All right, so today we're going to dive into something pretty fascinating. Have you ever thought about just the power of curiosity?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so we're doing a deep dive on this text called The Magic of Curiosity, Why Asking Questions Can Transform Your Life. And it actually promises some pretty intriguing insights. I mean, how asking why can actually change your life. Pretty big claim, right?
Yeah, it really is. And it's not just like childlike wonder we're talking about here. This text is arguing that curiosity is a driving force, like really a driving force for growth, for innovation, impacting everything from personal development all the way to groundbreaking discoveries.
Yeah, that's kind of what caught my eye too. I think it's easy to kind of dismiss curiosity as something whimsical, right? Like, oh, kids are curious. But what if it's actually like a secret weapon? Like, what if this is a key to success that we're missing? The
Hmm.
text promises stories and practical tips, so let's see what we can unearth.
Okay, sounds good.
So, what is it about curiosity? What's the magic?
Well, so the core idea is that curiosity fuels growth. I mean, think about it. When you're curious, you're actively out there, you're seeking new information, new perspectives, new ways of doing things. This constant learning and exploration, I mean, that can lead to breakthroughs in any field, really.
Yeah, it's like it unlocks these mental doors that otherwise might stay shut, right? You're not just accepting the way things are, you're pushing the boundaries, challenging those assumptions.
Exactly, yeah. And the text even specifically links curiosity to, enhanced creativity, problem solving. It's not just about having that good idea. It's that process of asking why that helps you uncover hidden assumptions and leads to those truly new ways of thinking.
So it's not just about being curious, it's about engaging with that curiosity. It's not just like, huh, I wonder why. It's like, okay, I'm going to figure this out.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing, and this is where it gets really interesting. The text also argues that staying curious, that can be tough in our everyday lives. Routines, deadlines, just the sheer volume of information that we're all just bombarded with constantly. All of that can make it hard to keep that spark alive, to cultivate that inquisitiveness.
It's so true, though. It's so easy to feel like you're just going through the motions, not really stopping to question, to explore. I feel that. So how do we combat that? How do we keep that flame burning bright?
Well, the text does offer some practical strategies. One is to actively seek out new experiences, new perspectives, which, yeah, it sounds simple, but even just small changes like trying a new restaurant, reading a book outside your usual genre, anything to kind of shake things up and spark that curiosity.
So it's about disrupting those routines, making a conscious effort to expose yourself to new things.
Yes, exactly. And actually, it connects to the next tip, which is practicing mindfulness. So, paying attention, really paying attention to the details of your everyday life. And this could be as simple as, I don't know, noticing the changing seasons, observing how people are interacting, or even just really listening in a conversation instead of just waiting for your turn to speak.
Oh, I love that. Finding those little moments of wonder in the everyday. It actually makes me think of that quote. I can't remember who said it, but the world is full of magic things, patiently waiting for our senses to grow sharper. It's about looking for those things, right?
Absolutely. And the text also stresses the importance of questioning your assumptions. We all have biases, we all have preconceived notions about things. But curiosity, it encourages us to challenge those, to consider alternative viewpoints, to be open to the possibility of being wrong.
Well, that's a really powerful point because it's so easy to get stuck in your own bubble. But curiosity forces you to step outside of that and be like, wait, hold on. What about this perspective? That feels really important, especially today.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, with so much content, right? It's coming from everywhere, all directions. It's crucial to be able to sift through that, to critically evaluate what we're seeing, what we're hearing. Curiosity then becomes this essential tool for navigating that complexity and forming our own informed opinions.
Like it's a filter. It helps us separate the noise from the truly valuable insights.
Exactly, yeah. And speaking of valuable insights, the text actually shares this really compelling story about an entrepreneur who was struggling to launch her business. And she just felt stuck, until she started asking questions, like really asking questions about her target market, about her competitors, even her own assumptions about the industry. And through that process of questioning, she uncovered a completely new approach. And you know what? That led to her ultimate success.
That is a fantastic example. It really shows how powerful this can be. It's not just about learning new things, it's about uncovering that hidden potential, finding solutions that you wouldn't have even seen otherwise. So for you listening, think about this. Have you ever felt stuck, like in a rut, unsure of how to move forward? Maybe curiosity is the key to breaking free.
It's about asking yourself, what am I truly curious about? What questions am I not asking? And then taking those questions seriously, actively seeking out the answers, and being open to where that exploration might lead you.
That's such a great takeaway. Curiosity isn't just a personality trait, it's an active process, like a muscle they can strengthen and use to, literally transform our lives.
And, the more you exercise that muscle, the stronger it becomes, leading to greater growth, deeper understanding, and, ultimately just a more fulfilling life.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'd love to leave you with a question to ponder. What's one thing you're genuinely curious about right now? What steps can you take to explore that curiosity further? Don't let that spark fade away. Embrace it, follow it, and see where it leads.
I like that.
All right, thanks for joining us to this deep dive.